Before you click off this video, there are a few things you may need to know to help you get started in Sengoku Dynasty. Wood. First, the adze versus the carpentry station. Cutting logs, planks, and firewood. When you gather logs, you can use an adze to debark it. Then use the adze again to get planks. But you only get 3 planks. If you take your logs to the carpentry station, you will get 6 planks per log. This is a massive time save. The same can be said for firewood. When you cut a tree and use your axe on the logs, you'll get sticks. But if you use the adze to debark, then use the axe again, you will get 2 to 3 firewood. But again, if you take the log to the carpentry station, you'll receive 5 firewood per log. Building the carpentry station right away is going to save you a load of time building, as it seems, at least the early game buildings, use a combination of sticks, planks, logs, and straw. Keep in mind, you will need a wood storage for your workers to have access to all of the woodworking items. The second thing today I have for you is tools. If you keep an extra tool or 5 in your inventory, when one of your tools in your hotbar breaks, the extra will autofill a hotbar slot the broken tool is assigned to. Make a few of each to keep you working. The next thing to keep in mind is storage. Make sure you have the proper storages in your village. The general storage doesn't hold wood or food items, just like the food storage will not hold tools or wooden items. Each storage is very specific. Clicking on the item in your inventory will tell you what storage is needed for that specific item. The next one's a really cool feature that's not in Medieval Dynasty, or the other Dynasty series for that matter. Moving buildings. If you placed a building or an item in the building in the wrong place, no need to tear it down. You can get out your hammer, summon the warrior spirit, and move the entire building or item intact. How great will it be to move something that's just a little off? A needed feature that I'm super happy to see added. Use the axe to tear down the old burned village buildings. You'll get charcoal and sticks, maybe some planks, I'm not sure. The charcoal will be useful for keeping fires roaring in the wintertime, or stockpile it to make iron later. You'll have access to a charcoal kiln once you build the smithy, but if you want to use the early game fire fuel, be sure to take advantage of the free stuff in the burned buildings. Join me on Mondays at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Central Time for the Sengoku Dynasty live streams, or subscribe and come back and watch when you can. If you've made it this far into the video, let me quickly cover some of the negative reviews that I've seen. Some of the negative reviews, absolutely understandable, and I agree with some of them. But things like, it's a scam, I have frame rate issues with my beast PC, or it needs to be optimized more. Those are just weird talking points, I feel like. My opinion of this is, I have some frame rate issues, but not game-breaking by any means. And I usually don't have that many frame rate drops, and that's with me streaming or recording. Not to say that no one should have frame rate issues, because everybody's going to have different issues in an early access game. It's just not going to be the same for everyone. So to use something like that as a negative review seems weird, because your experience of the game and my experience of the game is totally different. I have almost no frame rate issues, but somebody will. The scam part. I have no idea how this is a scam. No clue. Yeah, just moving on. It could be optimized more. Yes, and it likely will be. I can't think of many early access games that were fully optimized on week 1. There will be problems, and there will be fixes. That's why it's early access. I've been playing Dynasty games since Farmer's Dynasty came out day 1, and I've yet to see Toplitz Productions push a final product that doesn't deliver. I'm sure it will happen at some point, but right now, as of this recording, I can't in good faith think Toplitz and Super Kame Games would drop this and run. If you don't want to play the testing phase, then your best bet for now would be to wait. I actually recommend this for most people for most early access games. All that said, critiques certainly valid. Everybody's opinions are valid. Just don't assume your experience is the same for everybody, especially when it's early access. Thanks for watching. Have a good morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Later, everyone.